Hello everybody, my name is Joy. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we are going to play a challenge called Choose Your Fighter that I came up with last night before falling asleep, so I'm not entirely sure whether it already existed and if it's actually playable at all. The idea is that you're going in with a flashlight and two photo cameras only, beside which you're allowed to choose one piece of equipment at any time during the game. The equipment you're choosing is going to... did I not pick up my flashlight? Yes, I did not. Uh, the equipment you're choosing is can be used multiple times. So if it's, for example, a ghostwriting book, you can use both of the ghostwriting books. And whatever evidence you may get with the photo camera, for example, fingerprints, can be used as actual evidence. So with all those rules, our goal is going to be to try and identify the type of ghost we're dealing with and earn as much money as possible while getting out alive, of course. I am first and foremost looking for the bone and the board since they are usually the main source of income, and the board would be useful should we get a demon to identify it. And I also heard something move up here. It was in here. Alright. Are you here? Can you give me a sign? Can you do something? Okay. Well, at least it's stabbed. So we got ourselves a ghost room. That ghost room is absolutely terrible because it doesn't have any surfaces except from the window that can have fingerprints on it. And this is going to make our job a lot harder here, since we cannot just easily... Oh, there was a bone I completely missed. Um, okay. So we cannot really farm up on fingerprints. Additionally, we can't even exclude fingerprints, um, should we not have any. But we're gonna keep this light switch on, and if upon returning here we're gonna find it turned off, that's gonna be a good point to start and look for fingerprints. I'm still trying to find the board real quickly, but I wouldn't want to waste too much time on it, so I will just check it up here and then quickly on the far right end of the house, and then we are going to return to our main objective of figuring out what type of ghost we are dealing with. I didn't really check my objectives just yet, since we do not have equipment. We may not be able to complete them unless we can figure out the type of ghost without any additional equipment, and then we can choose a piece of equipment that's going to be useful to complete one of our objectives. Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? This ghost is very inactive. It's freezing? Is it freezing? I think it's freezing. Are you freezing? I think I saw freezing temperatures for a moment. Okay, let's see if it likes the darkness a little bit more. Can you show yourself? Can you show yourself? I swear I keep seeing freezing temps for just a brief moment, but it might be just the light on that cabinet that is tricking me. No, it is definitely freezing here. Alright, yeah, you can see it on the left of the screen now. And something moved here as well. Oh, I don't know what that was, but it was very loud. Hopefully it was on the table. Yes, it was. Good. Let's actually check real quick what sort of an EMF that interaction produced, because we will still be on time and we will reach the truck and be able to see if that was an EMF 3. Okay, so we are not much further yet, but we do have freezing temperatures as our first evidence. And we didn't really have any... Oh, look at that. We're not in the house, and yet there is an EMF 4 happening. Then it's topped up with another interaction. So the chances are rather high that this ghost is an EMF 5 ghost. Now we're gonna lose 3 more and leaving us on a 2. Yeah, and then it's gonna go back to 0. So this EMF 4 jump, without us being in the house, is peculiar at least. I don't know if ghost events are possible without people in the house, but I don't think they are too common. And this light switch got turned... Oh, that was us. We turned off that light. Okay, let's keep it on for now. Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? It definitely is not very fond of the light. Can you do something? Can you do something now? Can you knock on the window? I'm trying to lower my sanity on purpose. That was only a 2-star, but it's okay. Because I am not entirely sure if this ghost is going to ever knock on that window. And to make sure that it does have fingerprints, or to exclude it, I would like it to hunt us eventually, even though we can't really restore our sanity. Since then there seems to be no EMF 5 activity. Maybe there was a ghost event while we were not in the house. I'm not very sure if that's possible. So we need to smudge it while it's chasing. We need it to go through salt, and we need the motion sensor. With the salt comes the UV light, if I would want to pick it. The reason for this is because identifying a wraith is, without any other evidence, is only possible if you're doing the salt test, and for that you need a UV. So that would make things a little bit easier for us, since it is possibly a wraith anyways. This is 2 times EMF 3. Alright, I think that's gonna be my choice. I'm going to go with salt, and I failed because I don't have a free hand. I'm going to go with the salt and the UV light. This way we can also check for fingerprints, and we can complete one objective. And our camera is full as well. I would very much like to have fingerprints, since they yield more money than the interaction pictures, and since they are easier to farm as well. So after a hunt, you're just gonna need to walk around, should you have closed all the doors during the hunt, and take a look at all the doors the ghost was touching. Right. Okay, it's stepped in salt, which completed one of our objectives. Now we are waiting for the stomping. I thought I heard some stomping, but actually this location for footprints is quite terrible, because the footprints may be under the carpet. I do not hear the stomping now. The wraith also can stomp actually. This is not it. This is just a single footstep. Whenever a ghost steps in the salt, you need to wait for a continuous succession of multiple footstep sounds. That's what is going to produce footprints, and not these single big stomps. they cannot leave footprints even if the ghost actually stabbed in salt beforehand. Can you show yourself? Can you give us a sign? I do not see any fingerprints. But while we are sitting around and waiting for the stomping to begin, I'm making sure that all the doors are closed. So wherever it goes, it's going to leave some fingerprints, should it be a fingerprint type of ghost. Can you do something? Oh, okay, let's risk a picture. Footstep. Alright, see? It's not visible, yet it is there and the picture counts for it. Actually, we might risk a second one. Yeah, it was just a 2-star, but it's fine. So we could exclude the wraith with this, and we also managed to complete one of our objectives. We still are having a few other options, but without the board, it might not be that easy to exclude our next ghost. Maybe we get lucky and it manifests and we get a phantom, but should that not be the case, we might have to spend a little bit more time here trying to wait for the ghost to do something. I'm also going back and checking out what the activity board looks like at the moment. It's flatlining. And our sanity is way too high, 81%. So I am going to go back and stand in the darkness a little bit. The ghost prefers the dark anyways. And try to lower my sanity to the point where we are getting haunted. Once the hunt begins, I'm gonna hide and try to leave the house as soon as possible afterwards. And then we're gonna check how our sanity might have been at the time the hunt started. Can you give me a sign? Can you do something? Okay. Can you give me a sign? How does our photo collection look actually? Well, it's not very uplifting, but it's alright, I guess. Having fingerprints would have been a good thing, but I really don't wanna... I thought I heard the music of the ghost event. I really don't wanna waste too much time on this game, waiting for multiple hunts and farming up on the fingerprint pictures, following them. So we're just gonna get out of here as soon as the hunt is completed. Should we have enough to go on? Can you show yourself? Can you give us a sign? Okay, our sanity should be around 60% by now. So if it's a mare or a demon, we can expect a hunt pretty soon. Can you show yourself? Can you do something, please? Can you show yourself? Alright, last picture is for the ghost. Hopefully we get one. Can you show yourself? Can you do something else except from throwing items all around? Actually, it's throwing a lot of items. Now would be a good time to check the EMF activity once more. And maybe exclude the EMF 5 once and for all. Alright, so what are the steps? There again is an EMF 4 step that is disappearing here without a ghost event happening. There definitely was no ghost event. And here is an EMF 5 drop from 10 and now again an EMF 5. Alright, so we did not exclude the EMF 5, we actually confirmed it, leaving us with a phantom or a banshee. The banshee is supposed to have fingerprints, which is very lucky because we picked the salt with the UV as our item of choice, or in this case items of choice. Um, and should it be a banshee, we will be able to confirm it after the hunt. Should it be a phantom, actually if it manifests we can just leave as soon as it does, because taking the ghost picture is going to make the difference between these two. Can you show yourself, please? Can you manifest yourself? Can you please show yourself? Can you please show yourself? Are you following me? Can you show yourself? For a banshee, it's surely not very aggressive. If I were a banshee, I would have hunted myself already. Can you show yourself? Turn the breaker off. But it's okay. Can you show yourself? I probably should turn the breaker back on. Where was it? It was down here, right? Alright. This is always a little bit terrifying when I'm so late in the game being forced into the basement, and I know that this basement is not the Tanglewood basement, but still, the idea of being caught during the hunt in this basement is somehow terrifying for me. I'm not sure why. Can you show yourself? Can you show yourself? Alright. Can you do something? Can you please manifest yourself? This ghost. And I don't even have a teddy bear. I mean, there is one upstairs. But I don't think it's gonna start an interaction. Actually, let's try. Let's bring the teddy bear and hopefully, just like in yesterday's game, it's going to make the ghost appear. I don't know. I don't have the logic behind that, but maybe it's the case. Come here. Come here, teddy bear. Oh no. How do I get up on this bed? I was always able to go on beds. There you go. Alright. I don't see anything. This bear is really chunky. Okay. Ghost, I brought you teddy bear again. I know it's not the same ghost, but oh god. Sorry. Can you manifest yourself, please? Can you show yourself? Can you please do something? I'm about to leave this job. Like, right now. No, let's give it 2 more minutes. Can you show yourself? It never touched a single light switch, and I never heard it knock either. So it still could be a banshee. Can you show yourself? Can you please show yourself? Alright, lights off. Can you show yourself? Well, at least it became active, but not the way we wanted it to be. Can you show yourself? Should be probably standing over here if it spawns. Don't want it to instantly despawn. Can you show yourself? The inactivity of this ghost is more like a phantom than a banshee, honestly, but this is not conclusive. The fact that it seems to be following me as well is more like a phantom than a banshee, even though banshees are known to stalk their prey and everything like that, but in reality I see phantoms a lot more often going around and following the player. Alright, so after this hunt, we're gonna have our last piece of evidence, should we have fingerprints. There are multiple doors opening, you can hear it now. So even without the ghost picture, we can just get out of here because this ghost doesn't really seem to be willing to cooperate. I think it opened the door down to the basement as well. So on our way back, we're just gonna quickly sweep around and hopefully get a fingerprint picture, should it be a banshee, so we are not leaving this slot empty. Okay. And then we're gonna leave this place. The teddy bear just got interacted with. I don't know if you heard it, but there was this child laughing sound, which is horrifying. Yep, we don't have any fingerprints. Oh, that one got turned off now. Yep, there are absolutely no fingerprints, leaving us with a phantom that never appeared to us. And the 3-star interaction of the bear, which is better than nothing, since we didn't really have much of a choice but to photograph just interaction throughout this whole game. Alright, so we had a completed photo book and one failed picture as far as I remember. And there were two that were only 2 stars. Um, we got the type of the ghost right, and we completed 2 objectives with this challenge. So it's not absolutely undoable. It might be a little bit tedious, however, but we made a decent amount of money, and it was actually quite challenging to finish this game. This concludes this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the field.